What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, or whenever you catch this video. Hope you guys are doing well. Just getting off of work as always, tired. Still doing well, still in good spirits. And I really wasn't going to make a video on this because I thought the algorithm on it was kind of diluted and everybody was making a video on it. But somebody asked me how I feel about it. And I try to base a lot of my videos on things. I try to go against the algorithm, but somebody asked me about this, and I actually had an experience at Ruth Chris that I want to share with you guys. And honestly, why I haven't been back. And it's kind of for what everybody is kind of saying. So I live in Detroit. We do have a Ruth Chris over here in Greater Detroit, unless they put one somewhere else that I'm not aware of. But we got one out there, and I think it's in Michigan. I think it's in Troy, out there by Somerset. I think that was the last time I went to one. Yeah, so my experience was I love going to the restaurant. I do. I think it's very few places where I can actually get a good steak and I don't eat a lot of red meat. I'm a really big chicken, fish, crab legs, lobster, pasta type cat. You know what I'm saying? I don't really I'll eat a steak, but it's not like if I don't eat one, it's the end of the world. I know a lot of you guys can relate, because really eating a lot of red meat ain't good for you. So I try not to eat a whole bunch, but I do love a good steak, and I do love a good ass Five Guys cheeseburger, every once in a while. But neither here nor there. When I want a steak, it's not too many places I go to. But I do try to go to Ruth Chris, and they got a great selection. If you guys live in Michigan, maybe you guys been to Fleming's, or what's the other place I go to? I want to say Ocean Prime, but I can't remember. But when I want a good steak, I would like to go to Ruth Chris. So I didn't have my significant other with me, so I didn't have my wife with me at that time. But the food was excellent. But it was a bunch of, and y'all probably seen the thumbnail, but it was a bunch of females, African American women, that was there. And you know how girls had their little girls thing. It ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't knocking it, but they were very loud. I guess the bill came and they were very loud. They were very belligerent. They were, everybody said all of their food was bad. And I heard all this because I was sitting the table over. And, me and my partner, we like, dang, these, they tripping or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, they was just super loud and just acting belligerent. And they was just like cussing everybody out. And, then they got up. They all looked ratchet. They had bonnets on. They didn't look, one of them damn near looked like she had a robe on. You know what I'm saying? I looked down and I looked at another one, and another one looked like she had on house shoes. Okay? I don't know if they was house shoes, but they looked it like they was house shoes. So I'm in total agreement with the dress code of Ruth Chris, because black culture has no respect when they go outside. They dress any kind of way, you know. They just dress any kind of way. A lot of the males still think sagging their pants is cool, and they come out. They all want to wear a hoodie, and they all want their pants to sag. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just black people. I know it's some white people too, so I'm not about to just point the finger at black people. But I know it's some white people that just come in there any kind of way, you know. And a lot of people are gonna say, well, that's racist, you know, that they doing that. But no, but some of y'all, everywhere you go, you know, you shouldn't be out there with your pants sagging. You know what I'm saying? I understand that some of y'all grew up, your grandparents raised you, and you don't have no outside home training. I get that. You know what I'm saying? I understand that your mom told you that it's okay if your pants sag and you scared of your mom and you never got no whoopings. But see, my parents brought me up with respect. You know what I'm saying? My parents told me when I was growing up, your pants had better not sag, boy. You know, you better, when you go outside, you better have some respect about yourself. You know? So I grew up a lot of times being picked on because when I went to school, my mom told me going to school was my job. You know what I'm saying? My mom told me straight up, you know, your job is to go to school. You know? And so she used to dress me in like, almost like I used to go to church. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went to school like in button-down sweaters, suits and stuff. You know, Stacey Adams, Kenneth Coles. You know, if you live in Detroit, you know what's up. Or, you know, you lived in the city, you know what's up. You know, so I used to get picked on. So I was a tall, skinny kid coming to Detroit public schools with a 3-piece suit on. So, you know, they was flaming my ass. They was flaming my ass, boy. They used to crack jokes on me all the time. Oh, you tall, skinny boy, you going to church, boy? You know, because I didn't look like everybody else. You know, and it was really tough growing up, especially in public school, because children are ignorant. You know, and a lot of you guys are ignorant as well. That's why you don't agree with this dress code, and you don't understand that how you carry yourself and how you represent yourself says a lot. And these white owned establishments can't say what they want to say, but I'm gonna say it: you niggas don't have no respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You some raggedy ass niggas from the hood with your bubble coats on, and they don't want you in a establishment, you know, because you bringing down the value of the establishment and the business. They don't want you raggedy niggas there. And guess what? I don't want you raggedy niggas there with me, because I want to enjoy my steak, and I don't want to see your ass hanging out of your pants, and I don't want to see you women with your bonnets and your house shoes on arguing about the bill when it comes. Okay? I don't want that. You know? I got an American Express Platinum card. I don't care about the bill. I don't give a damn what the bill is. I want to enjoy my food in peace. And I want to enjoy my food without hearing y'all argue about how much the bill is and acting like all your food was bad. You keep your raggedy ass at Applebee's. And if I hurt your feelings, good. Maybe you can find your kid's baby daddy and tell your son who about to try to rob somebody to pull his damn pants up. Okay? So I'm happy that Ruth Chris got a policy. Now, some of y'all, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't have a policy about your life, about how you carry yourself. You just come outside any kind of way. You know? And going back to the story when I was younger, yeah, I used to get picked on about how I used to be dressed. But you know what? When I became a man, I understood what my grandma was doing to me. She was preparing me for manhood, because she knew in order to be successful and to be where I am in life now, I had to be separated. And that's what she was showing me. She was showing me separation. And as a child, you can't understand that. And that's why some of y'all spending your last $100 on these Jordans and Louis Vuitton purses and Gucci bags, and you don't have no 401k, or you don't have no Roth IRA, or you don't have no portfolio. So my grandmother was showing me that in order to be successful, a lot of times you can't be like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You can't dress like everybody else. You can't think like everybody else. You know? And that's the reason, that's my biggest thing with the black community, is that if we don't all look alike, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you ain't cool. You ain't cool if you ain't looking like everybody else. That's like when you go out, all the women look alike. All of y'all look alike. All of y'all got these big ass eyelashes. You got these penciled in eyebrows. All y'all got the same weave. Okay? All y'all got on the same Temu outfit. All y'all got the same fake ass Louis Vuitton or Gucci purse. Alright? You know, nobody is original. Nobody is original. Everybody want to look like the chick on Instagram. All y'all got these BBLs, and you ain't got no money. You don't have no career path. You don't have no goals. You just got a bad bitch mentality. So on behalf of Ruth Chris, keep your ghetto ass at home. And next time I eat my steak, I hope I don't see you there, because I would like to enjoy my food in peace. This is Conservative Untouchable. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching my video.